Hi everyone, Marion Emberson here. So this is exciting because this is a brand new release from Julie Hickey Designs, and they've all been designed by the lovely Philippa Lewis. And Philippa, you have done amazing on this release. So it's been real fun playing with them and making samples. And there was one sample in particular that I did that I just fell in love with myself, if that's allowed. So I'm going to share that with you. But first, I'll just quickly show you. There's two stencils, the gorgeous stripes, and these circles are just amazing. In fact, I'm a bit annoyed with myself because I've packed up all my samples to send off to Julie, so I can't even show you them. But if you followed Julie's introduction on it all, you would have seen them there, along with all the other design team samples. They're just fabulous. So you've got Dotty About You, which is just fabulous. I do love the word fabulous. And you can just like do pattern building with it, just great. Then you've got all these lovely, Blooming Lovely, these are called. And Julie, I noticed she made her own background paper with these, which was just great. I love this stripe as well. This one drew me instantly. This is called Live Life in Full Bloom. And this is the one I'm going to use today because I just love it. So let me just get a few bits out. It's just a one layer, well, I say one layer card. I am going to put some of the glossies on there. I love the glossies. So it's going to pick it up a little bit. So yeah, but it's pretty much, there's no sort of die cutting. It's all just layering on top of one another. And I'm going to be using the Distress Oxides because they're opaque. So you can sort of put them over top of other ones and it's not going to matter. So I've got my wow card already cut down, my A4 cut down to make my little tenfold style. And then I've got another piece of wow card that should be, yep, just slightly smaller than the base card. And this is the bit I'm going to work on. So I just decided, well, when I say I just decided, I couldn't decide what I liked the best out of all of these. So I pretty much used, well, quite a few of them actually. So let's just go in. I'm going to put those aside and I'm going to get out my Distress inks. So I have got, these are the colours that I'm going to be working with. So I've got Cracked Pistachio, Crushed Olive, Uncharted Mariner, Picked Raspberry, Ripe Persimmon and Peacock Feathers. Had to get a bit of teal in there. And then if I just take this off, and I'm going to start, I think, let's just go with this one. So that's this one. No, I'm turning it that way, that one there. I'll just put that over there. And I think, let's go for a bit of, no, Peacock Feathers. Let's start with my favourite. So, I personally don't think Distress Oxides are fantastic for stamping with. But when you do a design like this, you can pretty much get away with it. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to plop it about there. So just hold it on just for a few seconds and lift. That's it. Happy with that. So let me just get my wipe. I'm going to clean that off because I might, well, I will use that again, I think, but in a different colour. So then I'm going to take the bigger one. That's this one here. And then, look, I've done it there in the blue because I didn't clean it off properly. In the Peacock Feathers, which is upside down now. Picked Raspberry. Let's go Picked Raspberry. So let's just ink it up. And then I'm just going to overlap it slightly. Hold it down. Lovely. And then I think I'll come off again. So I want to just sort of build a little corner as such. So I'm going to go in and go about there. Give or take. Same thing. So I'm going to speed through this now because you'll see me picking up the stamps, putting on the colour and then stamping it down. So I'm not going to bore you. You can see all the colours. But yeah, I'll just whiz through this and then I'll catch up with you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back now. I'm going to try, because I just thought of this afterwards, the happy birthday. I want to see if I can put some clear sparkle on. And hopefully it's still wet enough. And that looks perfect. So I'm just going to heat set this. That's lovely. Let's see if it can... Oh, look at that. We've actually got a nice sunny day today, so it's picking that up. Lovely. So that was the Wow Clear Sparkle. So whatever colour you've got underneath is going to pick that up. Now I think what I'm going to do, I've got this really fine tip on this Barely Arts glue. And if I use the Wow Sparkles, which are called Crystal, so remember sparkles are just pure glitters. There's no embossing powder in there. You don't have to heat set it. So I'm just going to go in. I think, do you know what? I think what I might do first, back up, Marion, back up. Okay, let's just stick that in there. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to move that out of the way because I know I'll knock it over. So I've got Party Mix Glossies in dots and Tutti Fruitti Glossies in dots. So let me just take a couple. So I'm going to mix up, rather than putting pink with pink, I'm going to go pink with the blue. And then that pink. And then let's go orange with the pink. And then I think I like this one on the Tutti Frutti, obviously because it's the most gorgeous teal. I'm going to put the large one on there. Whoops. Nice thing is, if you don't stick it in the right place, first of all, you can move it, or even second time around. Right, so I'm not going to put one on that one because obviously I've stamped over there, and I just wanted to do it in those centre ones. So happy with that. And the reason I've done that before I've done the sparkles is because I could have ended up getting the sparkles in the middle. This way I've got something to go out from, if that makes sense. So I am going to, let's just flatten that a wee bit. So this is that Barely Arts glue, and I'm just going to do little, let's just get it going. There we go. So I'm just going to do little dots coming up from it. They don't have to be perfect, so don't beat yourself up if they're not. You literally just bring in some of that sparkle in there, and you can actually go, you can do it thicker. So if I squeeze it, like on this one, I'm squeezing a wee bit harder, so it's coming out thicker. And then on this one, I'm just going to do little tiny dots. I'll go around that word, because the sparkles I'm using are a clear. So again, it's going to pick up that colour from underneath. It's just, I love Wow Sparkles. They're so beautiful. And they go so lovely with this. With this one, I could have just done dot, 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 dot. But they're just lovely. So these you're going to be able to get, all these stamps and stencils, etc. You'll be able to get from Wow Embossing Powder. They're now selling all the Julie Hickey Design products, which is fabulous. Also Craft Stash, UK and USA. I will put the links for everything underneath. Click the bit where it says show more, click that, and then that will give you all the links and take you directly to those places. And if you want to purchase them, you can purchase them and then have fun. If you've already got stuff that's similar, use your own, that's absolutely fine. But these stamps are just, they're my favourite, Philippa. If you're watching this, then they are my absolute favourite. So well done. Well done indeedy. So I'm just going to leave that set aside just to dry a little bit because I've gone quite thick. If I bring this up to show you, I'm quite heavy there, but that's nice because that gives me dimension, which is what I like. So in the meantime, I'm going to do my old favourite trick, make it look like it's got a border. So let me just, so I've just opened my card up, put the bit of paper in between, and then I'm going to do it in the picked raspberry. And then that is going to go on there like so. I might just trim that little bit. I will come back to show you the finished example at the end because I'm going to trim that off a little bit. I want this to dry before I stick it down because I'm going to turn it over and I don't want to squash all of this. I want this to stay up as it should do. I could have stuck this down first in fairness and then done my glitter in, but I didn't think of that, did I? So typical. So yeah, so that is my quick and simple little card and how you can just layer up with the Distress Oxides, and they just look gorgeous and it just works so well with this set. So thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Bye.